Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Sai SATCHARITRA, an Insight. Episode 301. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our Sadguru Sai. By the divine grace of Sai, an attempt has been made to translate the gist of the divine discourse of Sri Ramanathan brother, telecasted in Sai TV. This is purely done to share the glory of Sai and his divine teachings with more insight to the aspirants. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahmam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Devotees, we were discussing the anger of Saint Abdul Rahman upon Nur Muhammad for presenting a life-size portrait of him, and because of which Nur Muhammad immersed the portrait. We were listening to other significant reasons that made the saint get enraged upon Nur Muhammad to list. Firstly, by worshipping a saint, the basic and the most fundamental belief in Islam, Tawhid, which forms the foundation of Muslim faith, that is oneness of God, will be violated, and that becomes the greatest offense as per the religion. We shall discuss the bhava, that is the devotional state of mind exhibited in Islam. Prior to that, we can quickly glimpse through the different bhavas described in Hinduism. For instance, the Vatsalya bhava, motherly love, dominates as per this. The relationship between the Lord and the devotee is that of a child and a mother. A suitable example for this will be Periyarvar. Vishnu Chittar was later known as Periyarvar. He considered Lord Krishna as his child, and the pasurams or poetic verses penned by him depict the love that Mother Yashoda had upon Lord Krishna. Thus, the motherly love of Vishnu Chittar, that is his bhava, got him the name Periyarvar. He was also bestowed the honor of becoming father-in-law to the Lord by getting his daughter Andal married to Arangan. The other devotional state of mind is Dasya Bhavam. According to this, the Lord is considered the boss and the devotees as his servitor. Lord Hanuman is the best exemplar for Dasya Bhakti. He reveres Lord Rama as his supreme master and serves him with an attitude of a humble servant. Another epitome can be Tondaradi Podi Alvar. He sings, Pachaima Malaipol Meni Pavalavai Kamala Chengan Achuda Amararere Ayartham Kolunde Yennum Yichuvai Tavira யான் போய் இந்திரலோகமாளும் அச்சுவை பெரினும் வேண்டேன் அரங்கமா நகருளானே. Meaning, the frame looks like a huge green mountain. The lips have the hue of coral. The eyes resemble a red lotus. Ho, Achyuta, the leader of the celestials and the darling of the cowherds of Gokulam, I shall not desire, even if offered, the position of the ruler of Indralokam in lieu of enjoying the sight of you here, O Lord, who dwells here in Sri Rangam. Next is Sakya Bhavam. According to this devotional state of mind, the Lord is regarded as a friend. An embodiment of this bhakti is Sundarar. His devotion to Lord Shiva is that of a friend. To substantiate this, Lord Shiva even acted as a mediator between Sundarar and Paravai Nachiyar and Sangili Nachiyar by persuading the women to get married with his beloved friend Sundarar. Similarly, Arjuna's association with Lord Krishna is that of a beloved friend. Also, Hinduism speaks about another unique relationship that would exist between God and the devotee. This state of devotion is known as Vairi Bhavam. The best example for this would be Kamsa and Duryodhana. Their thoughts were always immersed in Lord Krishna, but not out of love or devotion, instead, out of hatred. Still, they also merged into the Lord as they were always thinking of Him. So, all these states of devotion enable an aspirant to attain God realization. Another significant bhavam is Nayika bhavam. As per this devotional state, the Lord is considered as the consort of the devotee. Epitomes of this bhavam are Sudi Kodutha Sudarkodiyal, Andal Nachiyar, and Mirabai. In their Madhura Bhakti, they considered the Lord as their prince consort. To sum up, according to Vatsalya Bhavam, the association between the Lord and the devotee was that of mother and child. In Dasya Bhavam, the devotee served the Lord. In Sakya Bhavam, friendship existed between the God and his devotee. As per Vairi Bhavam, self-esteem, which is in contrary of love, is exhibited. In Nayika Bhavam, romantic love is depicted and is termed as Madhura Bhakti. No matter what, all these states of devotion or bhavam lead one to salvation. Sanatana Dharma encourages one to choose and practice the bhavam that best suits them. As per Islam, Nayika bhavam is given more importance. There is a major difference between the other bhavams and Nayika bhavam. In other states of devotion, there is no chance of rivalry in expressing the bhava. Any number of devotees can express their bhava and there will be no issues. For instance, in Vatsalya Bhavam, any number of devotees can consider Lord as their mother or vice versa. Likewise, many devotees can provide their loving service to one or multiple form of deities in Dasya Bhavam. Sakya Bhavam is also open to have any number of devotees or deities as friends. Vairi Bhavam can have many foes. In the contrary, as per Nayika Bhavam, if a devotee considers God as her consort, she doesn't tolerate anyone else to exhibit the same state of devotion to that same form of Lord. To recall, Andal Nachiyar said, மானிடர்க்கு என்று பேசப்படின் வாழ்கிலேன். Meaning, if I had to get married to a human, then I would not survive. Similar was the perspective of Mirabai. They both believed that their beloved consort can only be the great Lord, whereas the other states of devotion were open to accepting one or more forms of deities, unlike Nayika Bhavam, also known as Mathura Bhavam. In this case, the devotee is very possessive and cannot bear separation from the Lord, always yearns for his love and shall never accept anyone in his place. This state of devotion is emphasized in Islam. Hence, they do not permit worship of any other form in par with the Lord. Thus, this religion opposes any type of devotion that would violate the principle of oneness with God, that is Tawheed. Though devotion towards Guru is encouraged in Sufism, they support that the Gurus can be glorified like God but condemn when worshipped like God. Hence, Saint Abdul Rahman became enraged at Nur Muhammad as he enlarged his picture to life size and brought it to gift him. Ramanathan brother would like to quote an interesting instance that depicts more in detail about the Nayika Bhavam. There was a very famous lady saint named Rabia Basari. Her life history is astounding and many incidences are parallel to the life of the most revered poet saint Karaikalamayar, a great devotee of Lord Shiva. Let us listen to a couple of stories related to Saint Rabia Basari. Once, Saint Rabia was to make a pilgrimage to Mecca to worship the Kaaba. She had to travel a very long distance to reach this holy place as her hometown was very far from this place. With great difficulties, she continued her pilgrimage. The Lord, to appreciate her devotion, out of mercy, gives her a glimpse of the Kaaba prior to her reaching his abode. This is like the grace bestowed by Lord Shiva upon his ardent devotee Appar by giving him the darshan of the holy Mount Kailash at Thiruvayar. Devotees, Karekal Ammayar's devotion to the Lord is incredible. She turned upside down and walked with her hands on the holy Mount Kailash as she felt that the holy mountain was too sacred for her to place her foot. Pleased with her devotion, the Lord addressed her as mother, that is, Ammaye. Saint Rabia also trekked her path with her head to Kaffa by turning upside down. She also heard the voice of the Lord accepting her loving devotion, says her biography. Be it Sufism or Hinduism, the saint's life depicts similar miracles and their states of devotion are similar. Saint Rabia was in constant communion with God even at her very young age. She was a self realized soul. She was extremely beautiful with a divine glow. A person amazed at her beauty proposed to marry her. Saint Rabia Basari was very young then, but gave a wise reply that exhibits the Naika Bhava. Initially, she accused that the one who is fond of bodily pleasures are termed as bigender. The one who earns to enjoy the comforts of the divine world are considered as women. People who are immersed in the love of God are termed as men. This fondness is manhood. Devotees, in this context, the terms women, men, or bigender does not denote the sex of the person, but the real nature of the Atma. Firstly, if you are longing for worldly pleasures, you will be treated as a bigender. Then how can I marry you? Instead, if you are earning for the comforts of the other world, then you are a woman. Even then, I can't marry you as we both are females. Lastly, if you are absorbed in God, then you are considered as a man. And already my mind is also immersed in God's love, so I am also a man. In that case, how can a man marry another man? The man who proposed her was awestruck listening to this unfathomable reply of Saint Rabia. So, according to the assertion of Saint Rabia, the Lord is the only man, and she has considered that Lord as her consort, so her devotion to the Lord is that of a Naika. To conclude, keeping the principle of Tawhid, that is oneness of God, as foundation of Islam faith, Saint Abdul Rahman got enraged looking at the life-size portrait of his being gifted by Nur Muhammad. Nur Muhammad was greatly depressed and decided to immerse all the copies of the pictures of the saints in the sea. He came to Apollo Bandar, hired a boat, and went deep into the sea, immersed the life size portrait that he had desired to give to Saint Abdul Rahman. The term Bandar means port, and this word is derived from Persian language. Even after immersing this picture, Nur Muhammad Pir Bai's mind was not at peace. He came home and told Ali Muhammad, who was staying at his house owing to surgery on his leg, that he should return the photograph of the saint. Then Nur Muhammad also collected back the copies of the saint that he distributed to all his friends and relatives, as these pictures kindled the wrath of his guru. Taking the 6 copies of the pictures, he went to Bandra seashore, hired a fisherman, and entrusted all the pictures to him to immerse them in the sea. After this, Nur Muhammad returned home, and what did he tell Ali Muhammad related to image worship and the incredible leelas in this connection can be heard in the coming episode. Bow to Sri Sai, peace be to all. Om Sai Ram.